welcome to the video. When most people talk about punk, they think the story starts in the mid-1970s. The Sex Pistols, the Damned, the Ramones, the Clash. But let's rewind. Decades earlier, there were wild-eyed misfits thrashing out raw, rebellious rock that broke every rule in the book. Today we're diving into 10 songs from the 1950s and early 1960s that were punk before punk even had a name. And first of all, we're going to talk about Eddie Cochran, Something Else.
Look at here. Never thought I'd do this before.
This is a perfect opener because it was cocky, it was fast, it was minimalist. The lyrics are pure attitude. Can't afford the car, can't get the girl, but he's not giving up. Punk's working class dream of life starts right here. Co-written with his girlfriend Sharon Sheely, who was in the taxi with him and Gene Vincent when it crashed, and he was killed trying to protect her from the impact. Exactly, the driver's name of the taxi was actually George Martin, though it wasn't the same as George Martin. Cochran died young, which only added to his myth.
Live fast, die young and pretty.
And the next one we're going to talk about is Little Richard. The girl can't help it. How very true.
Oh, baby, she's got it. I can't do without her. Love to sing, hot one queen.
This is absolute chaos. Little Richard doesn't just sing the song, he attacks it. Shouts, screams, and the pounding piano like a man possessed. You can almost feel the danger in his voice. This song started life as a Fats Domino style boogie, but Richard heard it and thought, no, let's make it totally wild. What came out was pure, unfiltered energy. You could almost call it punk before punk. It wasn't just the music, it was the look, the moves, the attitude. Androgynous, sexual, flamboyant. Little Richards broke every rule in the 1950s rulebook. No wonder he inspired everybody from David Bowie to Paul McCartney to the Damned. This wasn't safe at rock and roll, it was dangerous and it was fantastic.
What Little Richard song was the title of a 1950s movie starring Jane Mansfield?
And the next one I want to talk about is Hare. I'm Gonna Murder My Baby.
Good morning, Judge. And your jury, too. I got a few things that...
Maybe the darkest track in the list. Blues Gone Rotten. Sludgy guitar tone that wouldn't sound out of place on a Black Flag single. Doubly morbid because in real life, in December 1963, Hare shot his real girlfriend dead in Minneapolis and also shot a policeman while he was about it. He wasn't doing too well because at the time of his arrest he gave his occupation as window washer. In prison he formed a blues band called Sounds Incarcerated, which is unusually witty, isn't it? But was diagnosed with lung cancer towards the end of his career and died 2 years later, penniless, aged only 50. This song is raw, it's real, and it's chilling. It's like an early punk without any irony.
Add a hint of irony.
At this point, could I just say that if you're not already subscribed, it would be a great help to me and probably to yourself if you did subscribe and like this. If you do like it, please like this video and also share it with as many people as you think might like it. That's another thing we can do, is share these things, because reaching people is the hardest part of my job. When I've got them, they tend to either love it or hate it. Do love it or hate it? Comment, let me know what you think. Now let's get back to these groovy 1950s punks.
Another Saturday night and everything is groovy.
The next one to talk about, number 4, is Ralph Nielsen and the Chancellors with Scream. The title says it all. It's just basically shouting over a primitive rock group. A semi-pro band, they recorded Scream in one take in somebody's homemade studio in their cellar, and they broke up soon after it was released. No melody, no polish, just pure emotional release, like punk at its most primal. Number 5 is The Phantom. Yes, The Phantom, Love Me.
A little bit hard, a
all to the running.
Who was he? No one knows for certain, but the smart money's on a guy called Jerry Lott, also known as Marty Lott, who recorded Love Me in 1958, even though it wasn't released till 1960. The Phantom idea was set to be from Pat Boone, the rock and roll singer, I suppose he thought he was, but he was more of a ballad singer, wasn't he? Who wanted people to think it might possibly be Elvis Presley. Did you think it might possibly be Elvis Presley? Well, I certainly didn't. Sung in a cracked falsetto, distorted guitar, and full-on madness. It's got the same vibe as the Cramps or Screaming Jay Hawkins, twisted and theatrical. Released on a tiny record label, it vanished just as mysteriously as it appeared. And this one I talk about is number 6, and that's Bill Allen and the Backbeats. Please give me something. Please give me something.
Come on, baby, give me something to remember you by.
So bleak, it's practically punk blues. Written in 15 minutes in a parking lot in Akron, Ohio, by an obscure rockabilly singer who never quite hit the big time. The lyrics drip with desperation. Please give me sounds more 1979 Manchester than 1958 America.
All my failings exposed, yet a taste in my mouth.
And the next one is number 7. Jackie Morningstar, Rockin in the Graveyard.
Well, I got one to sell $1 million to.
Graveyard rock at its weirdest. Real name Will Morrell Sr., who also released a country album in 1977 and ran for county commissioner in 1974, so he got around a bit. Morbid lyrics, echoing vocals, pure gothabilly, is that a word? Years before the Cramps.
Just cramps
and
me.
number 8 is Preston Epps, Bongo Rock. Just percussion, wild, thumping, relentless. It's a jam, not a song, but you feel the intensity. Pure rhythm over melody. Stripped back to the bone.
Mr. Higgins, I was awakened by a dreadful pounding.
This was a very influential track at the time. It was picked up and covered in, I think, early 1970s by a band who call themselves Incredible Bongo Band, and they sort of had the bigger hit. Even though the punkier version was the one which was recorded as Bongo Rock by Preston Epps. Because this was a bit of a success. Preston Epps did so many songs called Bongo. It's Bongo Safari, Bongo Surfin. You name it, he was Bongo in it. And it never really took off, but this one struck a chord and everybody thinks it's fantastic. In fact, the beat has been used so many times, especially on tracks of the late 1970s that we now call punk.
What is punk anyway?
Number 9 is Johnny Faire and Bertha Lou.
And everybody knows that you're so sweet. You tickle me from head to mouth at the least of speed. Hey, hey.
Sounds like the singer's about to burst a blood vessel. Lyrically dodgy, but so was a lot of rock and roll at the time. Throbbing backbeat, snarled vocals, nasty and proud of it.
But to live in the rank sweat of an enseamed bed, stewed in corruption, honeying and making love over the nasty sty.
And finally, number 10, we're saving the best for last. The Trashmen, Surfin' Bird. One of the most insane recordings ever. A pumped up combination of 2 songs by the black doo-wop group, the Rivingtons. The Bird's the Word and... oh, I can't even say that, hang on, mate. It's been covered by the Ramones, it's loved by John Peel, it's chaos incarnate. Next time someone tells you punk started in 1976, point them back to these forgotten 1950s rebels. They weren't just rock and roll, they were the original punks. Which one blew your mind the most? Drop a comment below and don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more weird, wild music history. And thanks very much for watching. This is me saying goodbye, and I think you might enjoy this one next. Goodbye.